Raised naked. I'm 33 meters and a third generation nudist. I was raised in a naked household where 98% of the time we were at home we were completely naked. I'm now married and still continue the clothes-free lifestyle and currently raising a fourth generation. Amma. Is it awkward to get a boner while with your family? They are a normal part of being a male and teenager. Did being raised nudist ever cause trouble in your childhood in areas outside of the family circle, i.e., where nudity is not the norm? A little bit. Always had to go visit the other set of grandparents. They never came to our house. Do nudists tend to marry within nudist circles? My wife was not a nudist before I met her. How did you survive random booners as a teen? They were no big deal. Like you said, random. They are a normal part of being a teenage male. Was it ever uncomfortable seeing your parents in the nude? How will you explain pubic hair to your kids when they are older? No, because that is how I have always seen them. She has seen pubic hair and has asked about it. Just explain that it is something that come natural as you get older and that you can leave it or shave it off. Do you guys own dresses? Yes, we have a small one. Was it hard to understand why you couldn't get naked in other public places? Like school, a shop, a friend's house? Did you ever try to undress and were told you couldn't? Yeah, when I was younger thought it was weird my parents would tell me to keep my clothes on at a sleepover. Don't you get cold? No, keep our house at about 72. Do you have any stories where it caused problems in your social life or during interactions away from home as a teenager or in college? Did have to change roommates freshman year of college to find one that was more accepting of me being naked in the room? When did you get the talk? Because the way it looks you probably had it when you were 5. Was probably around then. It's actually not that big of a deal when you've seen everything already. Why did the first gen start doing this? Grandparents started in the 50s. How did you introduce the lifestyle to your were there nudists beforehand as well? If they don't participate in it now, how are things done in your household? I told my wife on our second date that I was a nudist and slowly got her into it. She now is one as well. Has your lifestyle attracted any legal trouble from people that opposed your family's way of living? No, it has not. Cannot be arrested for being naked in your own private backyard. Neighbor have had to try to look in, and then it is no longer our problem. How was it when your friends came over when you were a kid, teen? It actually was a relief. Was finally able to tell someone and talk about it with close friends. Live in a rural, sub-rural or urban? Are your neighbors nudist as well? You go to work. I live on an edge of a suburb. I do have a day job that I have to get dressed for. Always looking for an online job that would allow us to move to a nudist resort. Not sure if you can answer that question, but how do the female members of your family deal with the regular stuff that comes out of a vagina? I'm not meaning periods, just the normal discharge. Also, women after a certain age, especially after childbirth, often get problems with bladder weakness. How do they deal with that? As a common practice, nudists always sit on towels when they sit down. That being said, we don't always do that in our own home. If hard like our kitchen chairs, we will have a towel. On our sofa we don't. But we have a sham on our sofa that we wash every week. Did your friends ever get boners if they saw your mom naked? Were you homeschooled? Is there a community for nudists around you, or was your family on their own? Since you mentioned being third gen, are you from a large family, like aunts, uncles, cousins, and do they participate in being nudists? Thanks. No, I was not homeschooled. Went to public school. My mother was an only child and got my dad started, and I was an only child. My one uncle does not know we are nudist. How did your mother sisters deal with periods? Did they just let it flow? Mother and wife usually just wear a tampon, and then on their heavier days will wear panties just in case. Do you ever walk outside and think, gosh, I forgot my pants? Do you do laundry less often because of this? What are some pros cons of being a nudist? Yeah, there have been a few times. Usually hotels going to go get ice. Yeah, do way less laundry I think. Most of it is towels that we sit on. Pro total relaxation and freedom. Only con I can think of is not being able to enjoy being outside in winter. How much do you bench press? Not a lot, like 200. What did your wife think when you first told her? She thought I was a little bit insane and wondered how anyone could like that. How has growing up this way influenced your hygienic habits? How much time a day do you spend in the bathroom? I shower twice a day, morning and evening. Tits or gtfo. Do you like dogs? Don't forget to like this video and follow this channel to hear more Redditception.